All right, have and have not fans, as always, waiting on the audience to build up. And this is just an open discussion about the first 10 episodes of the season. Cool kid, I see you're first there. Hey, Jamar. And again, we're just talking about the first 10 episodes. We're talking about the good, the bad, and what's coming up in the season. You know, we're just going to be talking about that. Nothing too major here. So again, as soon as the audience, hey Joyce, how's it going? Hey Dominique. Hey Donna. Hey everybody. Hey the diva. I don't know if you took that shower. I don't know about that. I hope he has. I mean, he was at what? Him and Hannah were at home for a while, so maybe he takes one before going over to Veronica's house, and that's when Melissa gets him. Hey, all right. Well, everybody tuning in, what we're doing, this is just an open discussion about the first 10 episodes of the haves and the have-nots this season. So in the chat, just let me know, what did you think overall? I'm going to be honest here. I was not that impressed. I've said this many times before. In my opinion, the only two episodes were that I thought were good were Errand Boy, Hannah's Tea, and Cool Kid. The Lion, that was a good one, but I really only liked the part where they talked about the actual tattoo. Basically, Hannah giving her backstory and how Candace came to be. Those are my favorites. Hannah needs to beat the crap out of her kids. She needs to do something because they don't know. And that actually is going to be kind of related to one of my videos coming up on the channel. I'm not going to give too much information, but if you check the community tab, I think about an hour ago, I actually listed out the next 4 videos or so that are coming on the channel itself. But I know it's been a while since I've done a live stream, but I just wanted to kind of step back, record some videos, then come back to do an open discussion with everyone. The worst episodes were Errand Boy, Eye for an Eye, mid-season. I don't know. To me, Errand Boy was good. I mean, it's not just because of seeing Melissa in lingerie. It was because Benny called out Veronica for being a control freak. I don't know why, but that one scene really stuck with me, and I like that. I like that. And I mean, even based off the pictures on the screen, you see Melissa, you see David and Erica on the stairs. David and Erica in the mid-season finale, that was actually one of the better scenes of that entire episode, just because we had David reflecting on what kind of man he is, what kind of father he had been, and him as a husband and how that affects Jeffrey now. Honestly, were any of the episodes any good? I mean, I'm just watching to see where the storyline goes because, yeah, I agree, Timothy. I definitely agree where you're coming from. The season did not start off. I feel like it definitely, yeah, it was overall weaker than seasons past. I agree. I feel like what really hurt this season as a whole was the fact that they built things up so much with last season's finale, ending with that car wreck. And then it made it seem like this season is like, oh snap, we're going to pick up where we left off. Is Veronica going to be in the hospital for a while? Is Melissa dead? But everything got resolved within 5 minutes. Excuse me, and I literally mean 5 minutes because the ending of the season premiere was like 30 or 40 seconds where we had Melissa crawl out of the car and then Veronica smelling gas. Then at the beginning of episode 2, Benny and Mitch, lo and behold, just happened to drive by, stop and help out. And literally everything got resolved within like a couple minutes time. That is not good at all. That is not good at all. Yeah, the Lion and Hannah's Tea. Timothy, Melissa's storyline where it's either pregnant or not. I mean, it feels like Bonnie off a Family Guy. You know, Joe Swatson's wife, Bonnie, who was pregnant for like 20 seasons before she finally had a kid. But at least you knew she was pregnant. With Melissa, it's like, okay, what's going on here? Now, what would spice it up with Benny if gets pregnant? That would be a good cause for Veronica would think it's her son. Yeah, that would be pretty interesting. Cause issue season. Yeah, I even joked about that in my review for The Pains. If you watched the last episode of The Pains called Painful Repairs, I think Ryan made a joke to Curtis like, "You've been trying to fix that dryer for the past month and it's still broken." That made me laugh because the Pains, that was episode 10. So you're telling me that on the Pains, within 10 episodes time, about 1 month has passed since Ella and Curtis moved to Florida. Yet on the Haves and the Have-Nots, it's been like 3 or 4 seasons since Melissa and Jeffrey first had sex and she allegedly got pregnant, but only a couple of months have passed by. I think another thing is the Landon and Charles thing. I really don't know why that's going on. That's just ridiculous. The whole thing about him fawning over Charles and trying to have sex with him and, oh, I've had straight men before. It's just ridiculous. Like, how long has Maggie Day been dead? I'm not even going to try to calculate that. I mean, maybe it's been a couple weeks, maybe not. I don't even know. Because there are just so many deaths and the DA running around trying to get evidence and nothing's being resolved. I mean, how long has it been since Jennifer Salison's body was thrown out at the news station? Where did Mama Rose go? That'd be pretty good to see how they came into power. I doubt we're going to see that happen, but I feel like that'll happen in like a have and have not movie if that's ever made. I think Mama Rose might show up towards the back half of this season, though. I can see that, especially with Wyatt being involved with the Malones now, through Mitch's uncle getting drugs. I think that Mama Rose might show up. I mean, I would love to see Mama Rose, but I don't know. Yeah, all that stuff happened last week with Mama Rose. The whole thing with Warlock getting killed at the restaurant. Just so much stuff went down. I mean, that's the thing. It's almost like Dragon Ball. It's like, you know, there's 20 episodes. Oh, no, it's only been 5 minutes. So, nah, don't kill off Selene. I feel like Selene, despite being an annoying character, there's so many. No, I am sick of these characters being killed off, but their storylines aren't resolved. Here's another interesting thing. The narrator for the back half of the season in the trailer was like, this is the most can't miss a single episode season yet. And the question is, who will die, but how many? Think about the fact that this episode 10 was not the true mid-season finale, as cast members actually pointed out online. It wouldn't surprise me if there are some deaths maybe within the next 2 or 3 episodes, because they were supposed to happen in the mid-season finale, but they didn't. Then when we get to the finale of the season, there's going to be even more deaths. That's just a prediction. I mean, yeah, Michael, the guy that was the grandfather of Lil Lizzie, the one that Wyatt supposedly hit when he was high. Since he was granted immunity by Jennifer Salison, we can just assume that that entire storyline is gone. Yeah, I can't wait till Jim and Catherine find out about the money. Yeah, Candace is going to take Jim for everything he has, so that's going to be interesting and put it in the Crier Foundation. Yeah, I feel the same way. It feels like Warlock was killed off and he's just an afterthought, kind of like Maggie Day. And yeah, Donna Pearl, I don't know where she is, but I hope she comes up again, especially with Justin's wife handing him back her ring. Catherine would probably go crazy on Candace like she did with Jennifer. I don't know if she would shoot Candace, but I think so if it involved Wyatt. Because we've only seen Catherine truly go off when it comes to her children. Nah, I don't think Selene and Hannah's friendship will ever be mended. I think at this point it's just over and done with. I just have a feeling Amanda faked her death. Please explain, Great Gamer. Please, I mean, if you can give me one heck of an explanation, I will turn it into the video. But you got to do a lot of work on that. I can't see how she faked that. I just feel like when it comes to the back half of this season, they have a lot to deliver. Because these first 10 episodes were just so lackluster. I don't know what they can do to turn it around. That trailer did look promising, but what I would hate for it to be is like all these great scenes, but they're just scattered throughout the rest of the season, as in we have like a dry 35-minute episode, but then during the last 5 minutes, that's when things pick up. That's what I don't want to see. Benny might confront the Malones about the reduction of the deadline. Well, I mean, it's 6 months, so I don't know why he would have that reduced. I mean, I don't know why he would even go there unless he tried to return the money all at once, but they wouldn't accept it without interest, which makes sense because even Mitch said, it's like, look, you got the money, but if you go out of that door, you can't turn back. Like, even right now, you're holding the $45,000. While you're still in the bar, you can just give it back to my uncle and then just leave. But nope. I think Veronica's going to drive into David's house. I actually just recorded a video earlier today about what Veronica will do to the house, but I don't know. I don't know if she would do all that. I mean, she'll pull a Medea, but I'm convinced that Derek is the guy with the lion tattoo. At this point, I am as well, because there's no other male character that's been introduced just yet. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in the trailer, it sounded like a big boom, so I don't know if she crashed her car in there. I don't know if she set off like a bomb to detonate, but it's definitely not a gunshot. Will Veronica kill David and Erica when we see them in the house? I think Erica might die, but I don't think David will. I feel like Erica would die, but David would still stay alive because he'd have survivor's guilt because Erica got killed on account of quote unquote his actions. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Veronica destroys her dream house because you got a skank living in it. Melissa was at Hannah's house? When? Yeah, the diva I actually will record a video talking about that interview in ABC Soaps and how Angela Robertson's interview actually kind of was clickbait about the car crash, because she literally said the episode will pick up where you left off, but nope, we had the first 10 to 15 minutes of the season premiere focusing on Jeffrey and Justin, and the car wreck wasn't even handled until the end of the episode. Yeah, Cool Kid, Erica, Melissa, Justin, Sarah are dead people walking. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the DA George. Who knows? I don't know. It will be interesting to see how that plays out, though. I don't think Sarah will commit suicide, though. I want to know what will happen if George finds out that Sarah was the one to give the evidence to Jim. That's what I want to know. I feel like Sarah will get caught because if the criers have the upper hand of the investigation or the court case, George is going to wonder what's going on. But then he'll remember that Sarah had a problem with how he does things and then figure out that she was the one to turn over the evidence. So she might end up missing. Daquan, she is at Hannah's house in the trailer. I got to go back and see it, but I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't remember that. Why do you think this season does? Oh, Vanessa, I don't think this season has any less episodes than any other season, but apparently it wasn't Tyler Perry's decision to cut the season halfway in episode 10 because like Catherine, David, and Hannah were on Twitter and said that this episode that aired was not the true season finale or mid-season finale. There's more on the way. So I don't know why they divided it up the way they did, to be honest. But this season, when it returns May 1st, there could be more episodes than usual, which could explain why the season is coming back like a month early as opposed to June. That's just my 2 cents. Yep, Dominique, I still got the copy of the book. And it wouldn't surprise me if within the next 3 or 4 weeks, we're going to have another interview with the cast members. Yeah, this season, I wouldn't say it sucks, but it's been very disappointing so far. Veronica was just in bed with Benny. Why is she acting like the wounded wife? That's why I don't like Veronica's character to an extent, because it's all this Jekyll and Hyde personality, but there's no explanation behind it. I don't know if it's true, but I had a rumor that him and Oprah are having money problems about him being on her network. Yeah, I haven't heard anything like that, but that would be pretty. I mean, it's like the Monique Netflix situation, like not too long ago, maybe a week or so ago. It was brought out to the media that she owes like $560,000 to the IRS. So, hey, Oprah's the richest person. I mean, I don't know about that, but I wouldn't mind having a couple grand from her. I mean, I'm just saying it would help me out. It would help me out. This season has a lot of good moments. That's the thing about this season. It's been lackluster, but there have been some shining moments, like Melissa and Benny getting it on for the first time. Benny calling Veronica a control freak. Hannah telling Candace's backstory about her father and how she got raped. David standing up to Justin. That was pretty good. This new maid that Catherine hired. I mean, yeah, this season has had its moments, but it hasn't had its episodes. You know what I mean? Like the moments that were actually good, if you put them all together, it wouldn't even make up an entirety of one episode. That's bad. That's bad. If the show ends in 2020, will your channel end? Well, I don't think so. I would probably revamp the channel because remember that Tyler Perry is going to be working on different networks. So if Tyler Perry has other shows on like BET and all the other stations he's on, I'll definitely be covering them. But I mean, hopefully the channel blows up by 2020 to the point where I have no nervous feelings about doing it full time because I'm doing decently now, like I'm making enough to pay my bills, but the channel really needs to grow if I'm able to sustain this for for maybe the next couple of years. Will Candace ever change? I think so, but there needs to be a lot. I don't want it to be like a one episode evolution. I feel like Candace should gradually change. I don't see a bullet hole, plus we saw the blood on Hannah. Yeah, I don't know. Great gamer. Amanda didn't fake it. It would be interesting if this whole time Oscar set Candace up to where Candace stole out a dummy account. That would be interesting, Timothy, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. Because if that were the case, then Oscar wouldn't have been down in the bar area with his computer open with all those personal account numbers out in the open. I think he would have just been in his room doing that, but yeah. But that's an interesting theory, though, because we saw that Oscar screwed it over with that bag of fake money. But I feel like they wrote Oscar into a hole, so that way he gets screwed over by Candace, loses the account numbers, and now Jim's going to be in his butt about it. When is the new one? Yeah, Vanessa, May 1st. I mean, I think, that's 5 weeks from tomorrow, so it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Will Veronica ever change? I don't know. She needs to go to rehab. What would Wyatt think if Candace took his money? First of all, I don't even know. I think he'll just blame his parents to begin with. Plus his drug rage where he tries to kill his parents is going to be interesting to see. Well, yeah, I mean, that's interesting because Veronica did set up the bank account. Then you got to think about the whole situation where I bet Jim and Catherine will call the bank and then find out that Veronica set up the account, and that screwed over Wyatt again because remember, Veronica was the one that set up the situation where Wyatt got raped by Toxic in jail. So Veronica is going to have the criers on her behind as well. So that's going to be interesting. It's possible episode 12 is a 2-hour episode because there's no episode 13 on the IMDb website. I don't know. That would be pretty interesting. I feel like they should definitely do like a 1-hour season premiere on May 1st, but I doubt it's going to happen. Has anyone in Canada seen past episode 10? Not to my knowledge. Yeah, Jeffrey has a tattoo, but it's not a lion tattoo. I didn't even know he had a tattoo, but I think this is the first time we're seeing the back of Jeffrey without a shirt on.